This is Ron Higgins with the Times-Picayune and NOLA.com, and it's time for the Sunday, April 12th edition of The First Cup of Coffee. The first thing that comes to my mind every morning about sports, particularly college sports, and this morning it's spring games. Since the SEC had 4 spring games yesterday, all of them in whip-around coverage on the SEC Network, you got a chance to look in on Georgia, Ole Miss, Florida, and South Carolina, and the first thing I noticed, and LSU fans should feel good about, is each of those schools also don't have a starting quarterback. All of them have quarterback battles. All of them are still undecided coming out of those spring games. Georgia, 3 quarterbacks. Ole Miss, 3 quarterbacks. South Carolina, 3 quarterbacks. Florida, 2 quarterbacks. So LSU fans should feel good about that. I'm not a big fan of spring games. I think they're pretty boring. They don't show anything. I don't think they're very competitive. And my suggestion, just from one old sports writer who's been doing this for 30 years, is I think spring games should involve a major college, a FBS team against a FCS team, a Division I AA team. I think you could have a controlled scrimmage, just like the NFL does in their training camps when teams visit each other for weekends to find out who can play and who can't play during the preseason. Not exhibition games, but controlled scrimmages. And I think this would be something college football would be interest to fans. For instance, you could have LSU go to Shreveport and play Northwestern and charge admission, and with the proceeds going to charity. You could do this all around the SEC. I mean, there's always a good Division I AA team in every state. I mean, Vandy and Tennessee State are both in the same city. Why not have a controlled scrimmage for a spring game? I mean, Alabama versus Jacksonville State, Auburn versus Alabama State, which is in Montgomery, right down the road from Auburn. Ole Miss versus Jackson State. Mississippi State versus Mississippi Valley State. You have all these possible matchups that you could have for spring games and spring scrimmages, and there'd be it'd be more competitive and be of interest to both fan bases, and it would benefit by both schools, particularly the Division I AA teams, which now are going to get cut off of schedules because everybody wants a better strength of schedule in the FBS because of the college football playoff. Just my idea to spruce up spring games. This is Ron Higgins with NOLA.com and Times-Picayune, and that's the first cup of coffee.